it is heavy. ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون.
ألا يظن أولئك
The noon is short, please. The noon is short. There is no wow after not يظن. ألا يظن أولئك.
ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون ليوم عظيم يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين.
لرب العالمين.
لرب العالمين. كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين وما أدراك ما سجين.
دال not ضاد. This وما أدراك not وما أض وما أد
وما أدراك ما سجين كتاب مرقوم ويل يومئذ للمكذبين.
جزاكم الله خير. دكتور معروف.
Dr. Saudi, Maimuna is there.
Maimuna.
Okay, let her take her breath until.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I will read.
Dr. Maruf?
Yeah, I'm with you in a minute. Okay, I'm just trying to close this. Yeah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wailul lil mutaffifin.
Wailul short, Dr. Maruf. No, no one. Wailul lil mutaffifin.
Wailul lil mutaffifin. الذين إذا اكتالوك على الناس يستوفون.
Again, please.
الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون وإذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم يخسرون. ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون.
يظن يظن.
ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون ليوم عظيم يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين. كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي السجين.
لفي سجين.
لفي سجين.
لفي سجين.
إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين وما أدراك ما سجين كتاب مرقوم ويل يومئذ للمكذبين.
جزاكم الله خير. Remaining Dr. Maimuna.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam.
Just give me the next turn because I will enter the house and then read. I'll take the next turn.
You are the last now.
Okay, then afterwards.
Yeah.
Take your turn.
Okay. Take your time
Okay.
and after.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now let us go to reflections.
Okay, 1 minute.
Or let me recite once until she is ready.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Dr. Saudi, Dr. Salma has not recited, I think.
So?
Yeah.
What? Sorry?
She
Dr.
did
Salma.
before everybody.
She started.
Yes.
The one who-
She is the opener.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل للمطففين الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون وإذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم يخسرون ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون ليوم عظيم يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين وما أدراك ما سجين كتاب مرقوم ويل يومئذ للمكذبين. Welcome محمد فضل. دكتور معروف as well or what?
That's
Dr.
my
Maruf, you're
brother.
muted.
He's my brother. Okay. Maimuna can start and then he'll join.
Maimuna, are you ready now? I don't think she is ready yet.
Yeah, okay.
Start, Muhammad, please.
Fazil.
You are muted, Fazil.
Fazil, unmute yourself and read.
I think he is not with us.
Yeah, something is
I
happening.
think let us go now to reflections and let Fazil and Maimuna read later.
Okay,
okay.
all right. So this is Surah number 83.
Shall I share your page?
Yes,
Okay.
if you have.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Okay, here you are.
Okay, all right. So Surah number 83, Al-Mutaffifin, also called At-Tatfif, and this means curtailing the rights. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. So the first ayats are about increasing and decreasing in the measure and weight will be a cause for regret and loss. Ayah number 1, woe to the curtailers. The meaning of the word tatfif here means to be stingy. And ayah number 2, who when they measure something to receive from people, take it in full. Ayah number 3, and when they measure or weigh something to give it to them, give less than due. And then although the direct reference in this verse is to weighing and measuring of commodities, it is in fact a general principle to prohibit having two different standards when behaving with others. The treatment disapproved for one's own self must not be approved for others. Then we come to about the threatening the mutaffifin with standing before the Lord of all that exists. So in ayah number 4, it is said, do they not think that they will be resurrected? Meaning, do these people not fear the resurrection and standing before Allah, who knows the hidden matters and the innermost secrets, on a day that contains great horror and tremendous fright? Whoever loses on this day will be made to enter into a blazing fire. Ayah number 6, the day when all mankind will stand before the Lord of all that exists, meaning they will stand barefooted, naked, and uncircumcised at a station that will be difficult, hard, and distressful for the criminals. Then we go to ayah number 7, and all this is regarding the record of the wicked and some of what happens to them. So in ayah number 7, it says never, that is, they should never act in such a way. Indeed, the record of deeds of the sinners is in Sijjeen. Sijjeen literally means prison, but as a Quranic term used here, it refers to a place that is the center of the infidels in the period between their death and the day of judgment. Their record of deeds is also kept there. Then we come to ayah number 8, and what may let you know what Sijjeen is? meaning it is a great matter, an eternal prison, and a painful torment. And ayah number 9, a register inscribed, meaning it's inscribed, written, and completed. No one can add to it, and no one can remove anything from it. Woe that day to the deniers. Woe means destruction and devastation. It is like a cursing, meaning when they come to the imprisonment, Allah threatened them with on the day of judgment and the disgraceful torment. Okay, thank you very much. This is up to 10. Has anybody come?
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Just before you recite Maimuna, Sijin is not the prison, actually, in Arabic.
Yeah.
The prison is Sijn, not Sijin.
Sijn.
Sijn is the prison. As in Surah Yusuf,
Mhm.
وقال رب السجن أحب إلي مما يدعونني إليه. Not Sijin. Sijin is
Sijin.
a word taken from that root, but it is not the same word. It has more stress, more power than the word of Sijin. It is taken from the main root, but
Okay.
a different word, making
Mhm.
more stress, more difficulty than Sijn. So it is
Yes.
not the same actually. Okay,
Yes.
let us go now to Maimuna to recite, and then we'll continue with Sakib Bhai.
Mhm.
I can't see the
Maimuna, are
screen.
you ready now?
I can't see the screen.
Yes,
It's-
it has come now.
Now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wailul lil mutaffifin. Alladhina idza iktalu ala nasi yastawfun.
يستوفون
Yastawfun.
يستوفون.
Yastawfun.
Okay.
وإذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم يخسرون. ألا يظن أولئك
يظن short. No wow. ألا يظن أولئك.
ألا يظن أولئك
Shorter. There is غنة, but there is no wow. Listen to it.
أولئك.
There is this noon,
Yeah.
the green one, noon, has غنة, but no wow after it. So the proper pronouncing, ألا يظن أولئك.
ألا يظن أولئك
Excellent.
أنهم مبعوثون.
There is two غنة أنهم there is also قلقلة in the باء. ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون.
ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون.
Good.
يوم عظيم.
ليوم عظيم.
ليوم عظيم. يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين.
Continue. كلا.
كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين.
كتاب الفجار.
كتاب الفجار لفي سجين. وما أدراك ما سجين.
ما not ما.
ما سجين كتاب مرقوم ويل يومئذ للمكذبين.
جزاكم الله خيرا. Mr. Fazil.
Excuse me.
Mr. Muhammad Fazil, unmute yourself, please, and read.
Jazakumullah khair.
جزاكم الله خيرا. I think he is not able to unmute himself.
I think so. Something wrong with it.
Okay,
Let me carry on.
let us go to Sakib Bhai now.
Can you?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I have posted the summary.
Yes, it is already in the.
So stop share.
Yes, I think Dr. Maruf has shared it just today.
Yeah, I can bring it up now.
Yeah. No. Please bring out the verses. I need verses, not the summary. Thank you.
You need the verses?
Yes, please.
You want the English and the or the
Musaf.
The Musaf. Just the Musaf. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Now, I would rather pick up the verse 10. وَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. Basically, last time, this concept we have discussed that when you are in denial, this is something beyond rejecting. Up to rejection, there is every possibility that you have not understood it. And because of the lack of understanding, you are rejecting it. But the next back to worse situation, back to worse scenario, when you move from rejection to denial. Quran is loud and clear that when you are in denial, you are certainly looking after your personal interest, worldly, materialistic interest. Only then you go into denial. What happens when you go in denial? That you block that natural good human nature you have born with. And this is exactly what has been pointed out here. And the whole 10 verses are explanation of this thing. That the person who is in denial has double standards. This issue of double standard is so personal, communal, and international that we can see its manifestation at all levels. And in this, that good human nature, the example has been brought within from us. In a sense, that when it happens to us, we very smartly pick it up. That once injustice, our damage, our loss is done to us, we shout it loud. And we let everyone know that it is wrong. And this has happened with us, knowing that everyone will accept it. That yes, it should not happen. This is in everybody's nature. This is a good human nature that everybody wants to be treated fairly and justly. Anything unjust or unfair will be noticed without any argument, without any further discussion. On the face of it, this is something which is immediately recognized. Now, this is among those good nature things where you do not need any evidence. It is just like they are as evident as anything, like the sun in the morning. You don't have to prove there is a sun. Morning itself is fair enough, good enough to prove that there is a sun. Similarly, all these good nature, all these things which are primordial, which we have born with, that people should not be treated with double standard. One standard for your own self and other standard for others. When it comes to you, you want a complete maya, you want everything on the dot, but when it comes to give to others, you are very miser, you are very unfair, and you try to dodge, to defraud as much as you can. Why this happens? The next surah, the next two verses, verse 11 and 12, very clearly mentions this. First of all, you do not, the person who is doing it, he thinks that nobody is watching him, nobody who is capable of looking into him, who knows inside out, he can see through and through. He is watching him. He tries to be smart. He wanted to outsmart others. That I'm so clever that I can do it. This is number one problem. And that is what Allazina yukazzibuna biyawmiddin. They don't have that possibility that there is going to be a day of accountability where their actions and intentions are going to be judged in an absolute terms, with brutality, holistically, with capability, with competence, with entire detail, complete detail. And then, وَمَا يُكَذِّبُ بِهِ, verse 12, who? إِلَّا كُلُّ مُعْتَدٍ أَثِيمٍ. The person who always wants to expect from others, who always wants to take advantage of others, who always wants to deceive others, who always wants to outsmart others, who is utterly selfish, and who, for his own self is very fair, but when it comes to others, he is very non-serious. He is very casual. So that kind of attitude, that double standard, first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Qiyamah very clearly mentioned, Inna nafsa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very clearly mentioned, Bal insanu ala nafsihi basira. That this kind of wickedness, this kind of shrewdness, this kind of dishonesty, this level of unfairness, people may not know it, but the person himself knows it. That is the human nature. No matter no matter how wickedly you act, no matter how privately, with a very in a covered manner, are trying to give a lot of excuses, whatever, here and there, relevant, irrelevant, sensible, nonsensible, whatever it is, you can pile them up. But through and through, inside your own self, bal insanu ala nafsihi basira, walau alqa ma'azira. No matter how many excuses you make. Now you see, these are the verses. Honestly, honestly, honestly. Only God can tell. When it talks, it really hits you deep inside. This is what is inna zikrukum. This is a mention about you. It exposes you. It discusses you. It mentions you. Because He has made you. Because He has taught you. Because He has trained you for this moment. Because He is watching you. He has given you this limited authority to see what do you do? How do you behave? What is your attitude? How do you, what are your intentions? What are your efforts? So these, honestly speaking, these words, that is why this is the word of God. Because it connects within us, which is, we have got that purity within us. We have got that ruh within us, that sincerity, that purity, that mirroring. It mirrors. It tells you what are you doing, where are you going. Don't think you're very smart. Don't think you can fool people. Don't think you can fool God. You can only fool yourself. And you can fool yourself when you're knowing that you're fooling yourself. Right? So these are the verses, and these are the paragraphs, and these are the messages, and these are the concepts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings forth. But mind you, they cannot be concealed by titles with Muhammad, with Abdullah, with your long beards, and with your huge claims, and with your dresses, and with your nothing. This is very, very personal, very, very private, very, very deep inside you. And Allah knows it. You can't fool Allah. So, whenever do it with fairness. Do it holistically. Do it knowing that if nobody is watching you, Allahu yarana. Allah is watching us. Be fair. Don't be selfish. Don't be self-centered. Don't have double standards. Otherwise, you are the same class. You are the one who believe that there is no God. You are not going to be accountable. And you can get away. And you can do whatever you feel like. God bless us not to be among such people who run their life with double standards, who live their life with double standards, and who do not have this appreciation that one day everything, inside out, through and through, going to be accounted for on absolutely merit basis. This dunya is a test. You can avoid the merit, but in akhirah, you cannot avoid merit. Walamru yawma idhin lillah. That is the day when only Allah will prevail. Nobody else. None else. That is why the iman in akhirah has been so emphasized, and you will come across time and again these concepts, and it will be time and again hammered on you that please, 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 this life will come to an end, but that life you will suffer. Of course, you will suffer here as well, but there you will suffer because you don't have an excuse, because you can't get away. Here you can get away. Thank you very much. Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah khair.
Thank you, Sakiban.
Welcome.
Dr. Saudi,
Yes.
the word sijin, because you said it is not like the prison, but if we say like this, for example, I'm just asking you that if we say it is not a sijin of this world, it is a sijin of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the punishment over there will be, you know, like so much severe and different from this one. So it is like a prison, but not a prison of this world. It is a prison of the other world. I don't know. I just asked.
I
If-
think it is.
No, it is.
I think
If
I
we
think
say like this, would it be okay or would it not be okay?
your idea is because never the sijn of dunya could be like the sijn of akhirah.
Okay.
No, this is not even this is in the barzakh. It's the middle place where the souls are kept until the day of judgment.
Yeah, that we will do
Some are
afterwards,
kept-
later.
No, this is here, Sijjin and
this will come gradually because there is lots of sijin in this one. And then we will also go into Illiyin.
we just read about Sijjin, so Sijjin is
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
in the middle.
Okay, anyways.
Between this
So I was
light-
just asking that, you know, if sijin is explained like sijin of Allah, would
Yeah.
it be appropriate or no?
Yeah. So we read about it.
But it's cleared on that ayah number.
Brother can explain. Yeah.
Let me search for it, Sister Farzana, and come to you next week, inshallah.
Okay, all right. Okay.
What I read in the tafsir in one of our courses, it explains that you can imagine the prison and some of the souls which are disobedient to Lord, they are kept like in a prison. So that is called Sijin. But Alhamdulillah, inshallah, we know more when brother researches.
I think the sijin is what is the sijin in a practical sense is kept within a closed conformity, and you are kept within that. In other words, if you have made a mistake, you are held within that record. That record is a place where you are held within. All your faults are kept within this record. So that's why he said, Wama adraka ma sijjin. And this what is this type of thing that is recorded? And it is Kitabun Marqum. It's written.
Yeah. Says
It's
the books of deeds are kept in them. Yes, you're right. And like Allah says that these are beyond physical world. So really, exactly, nobody knows about
no one can go in, no one can come out. No one can write in, no one can. So it's Allah's descriptions are sometimes very widely need to be thought of. You know, what is, you know, sijin is, we know that it is a prison, but this is a imprisonment of information within where it cannot be taken out. I don't know. Dr. Saudi will probably do some more research and come back and tell us.
Okay. All right, okay.
I think it will need some search.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. All right, okay. So today we will make dua for Palestine, all of us.
Yes, please.
That's what we decided. You know, we will all say something in.
Also, don't forget it's the birthday of.
Yes. So what shall we do first, dua or Basil's birthday?
I think we make the
Okay,
dua.
we will do the two things together. That's okay. That's
Make
what
the dua
happens in
first,
families.
then-
Yes, Dr. Saudi, you were saying something?
I say let's make our dua first, then we can.
Okay, all right, okay. So our dua is, you know, everything comes from this mini gadget. Sorry to say. Okay, so today our dua is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil of whatever comes down from the heavens and whatever goes up to it, from the evil of whatever goes into the earth and whatever comes out of it, from the trials of night and day, and from the knocking disasters of night and day, except a knocker bearing good. O you, the most merciful, Allah is the most great, mightier than all his creation. He is mightier than what we fear and dread. We seek refuge in Allah. There is none worthy of worship but him. He is the one who holds the seven heavens from falling upon the earth, except by his command. We seek refuge in you, Ya Allah, from the evil of this disease and its agonies, and we seek protection from its harm and discomfort. O Allah, be our support against its evil. Glorious are your praises, and mighty is your patronage. Blessed is your name. There is no true ilah but you, Ya Rab. O Allah, bring us out of the darkness of illusions and honor us with the light of comprehension. O Allah, open for us the doors of your mercy and let us propagate the treasure of the Quran by your mercy. O most merciful of the ones with mercy, O Allah, make us grateful for all your blessings. Make us patient at times of trials and difficulties, and make us among the ones who remember you in all matters. Ameen. And Allah, please remove the difficulties of all of us, whoever is having whatever difficulties, because definitely difficulties is also the test of our sabr. It is not, we shouldn't think it's a punishment or Allah is not happy with us. In our life, we have got two tests. One is of sabr and one is of shukr. So when we are happy, when the things are good, it doesn't mean we deserve it. It is just a test of our shukr. And when we are in difficulties, we shouldn't think that we have done something wrong. That is just a test of sabr. So Ya Allah, make us pass both the tests, because these two tests will be very decisive for the hereafter. So, Ameen Subhami.
Ameen.
So now let's sing happy birthday to Basil. Basil, come on. My Michael Jackson.
I think.
Hello, Basil. Where are you gone? Oh, where are they all gone?
I think they are.
Have they left? Dr. Maruf, can you please call them in?
Yeah, I know. What happened to you? Yeah, but no. Why do you all go? Yeah, sure. Yeah, because they are trying to wish. Basil is important. Yeah, because we were finish the dua and then we want. So why don't you come in? Yeah. Yeah, sure, it's open.
Today I've read a very nice story. If there is time, I'll share it with you all. It's about a man who was very, very rich, and he was suffering from some sort of aches and pains. And then he went to all the doctors and nobody could help him. And then he went to one of the, these very, like pious people. And then that pious person did lots of, like when we do these Quranic verses and then we blow and nothing helped. And then, this pious person said to him that, do you remember if you have been unjust to somebody? And that made this rich person very angry because he didn't like somebody saying this to him, and he left and he never came back to this pious person. And then one day but he kept on thinking about this thing. And then he remembered that when he was building his house, and there was a piece of land that belonged to a widow with young children, and he wanted that piece of land. And then he asked that widow to hand over to sell the land or whatever to him. And then this woman said, what will I do with the money? So I would rather keep this land for my children to benefit from that. And then this powerful man used his power the criminal way, like we were doing in Surah Mutafifin. Basil, I'll just keep you for 1 second. Okay, 1 second, my darling. Then we will do it.
No
Okay.
problem.
And then, he remembered that, he used his power, and just like we are doing in Mutafifin. And then he got rid of this woman with his children, and then he built his house to whatever size he wanted to.
reflection
And then, sorry, Hinam, उतनी देर में कहानी सुनाने लगी थी. Then, what happened? He searched for that woman, and then he was able to find her, and then he asked her for forgiveness and everything. And then as soon as this woman forgave him, all his pains were removed. So so like we are doing in Mutafifin, we can be double standard, we can be unjust, but then we can never come out of it till that person forgives us. Okay. Hello, Basil. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you
Hello,
so
my
much.
dear.
Happy birthday to you, Basil.
Thank you, Brother Saudi.
Happy birthday to you.
You're looking very nice. You're looking like Michael Jackson.
Many, many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
Come, just by me.
thank you.
बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तू जिए हजारों
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you for this. Yeah.
Thank
you.
To you.
Thank you. I remember that. But yeah,
Very good. I'm just well done to you.
Yeah,
Basil, you're so
nice singing,
lucky.
mashallah.
this is what
There
is
is a father. There's a father Peter. He's Christian. He made this for Basil.
What was that?
Mashallah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my second dad.
The second dad. He calls him second dad.
Mm. Okay,
If you are-
so Basil,
if you are
going
here,
to sing?
Basil, mashallah, he had such a good birthday that all the children who had come to
This shop.
protest for the Palestinian children, they sang happy birthday for Basil. He has raised funds for them.
And they bought my
Send to them.
toys as well.
Very good.
How much did you raise?
We will count now. We haven't counted, but
Ah,
the
okay.
notes, I mean, it looks good, mashallah. So he
Okay,
I
well
told him,
done.
he said, how will we send directly? I told him, Brother Saudi has told us that link or through which we have already
I
sent
think
some,
they get
alhamdulillah.
money now, yes.
Mhm.
That link, inshallah.
Mm.
Again.
Okay,
And
Basil, now you sing for us Thriller. I want to listen Thriller from you.
Oh yeah.
Arey bhai,
Come
iske liye dua pray for him that
Are
he's
you gonna-
mashallah 25 today. He gets a good life, good wife.
Are you gonna come to
Oh.
Calvi?
अल्लाह लंबी उम्र दे, सेहत और तंदुरुस्ती दे, खुशहाल रखे बस
You're
हमारी।
coming to tell, huh? Amjad bhai said something.
What was that?
Yes, we are going to be, somebody, there's a big singer in the group.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you are the second
You
singer.
can come to Chalvi on your. Basil keh raha hai, the Thriller sunna hai, he's doing a performance in Chalvi in Slough and he will send you the date.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right, okay. So, Basil, not even a single line for us?
No, sorry.
Okay, that's okay, that's okay.
What about you? They want to sing you? They want you to sing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I invited them to Chalvi.
Yeah. One day you will.
Thank you, everybody. Jazakallah. Salam alaikum.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you very much, Rabia, for coming.
Thank you, Rabia, for coming, joining us.
Yes,
You're
and keep on
welcome.
popping in whenever it's convenient for you. Okay.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Yes.
Inshallah. Okay then. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Walaikum
barakatuh.
assalam. Allah Hafiz, everybody.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz.